Snoop Doggy Dogg, Vinny Wilfork and the boys over here.
Oh,
Matty Kiwoom, Cody Carpentier. This is Mock Draft Live. You see this logo right here? That's that new. That's that YouTube only. If you're on YouTube right now, you're the only motherfucker that's gonna watch this. YouTube only. Superflex Rookie Mock Draft Live. Matty Kiwoom at Matty Kiwoom on the twits. Cody Carpentier at Carpentier NFL on the Twitters. Like I said, this is the intro series. We've been doing these rookie mocks at Player Profiler, but they've been under the FutureCast branding and all this other shit. No more. Mock Draft Live. 3 days a week. 3 days a week.
It's going to be a lot of people drafting, baby.
Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. in your living room. Superflex rookie mock tonight. We'll do some startups. We'll do some best ball. We'll do some redraft. We're going to be running these bad boys all off season. They're going to be under this logo right here, Mock Draft Live. And they're not all going to be your boy Matty Kiwoom and your boy Cody Carpentier. They might be Aaron Stewart. They might be Theo Greminger. They might be Seth. They might be Nate. They might be Matt. Who knows who's going to roll up on here every single Tuesday, every single Sunday, every single Friday. But you got to stay tuned in, stay tapped in. We're going to be doing rookie mocks. Like I said, startups, redraft. Matty Kiwoom. I got some pre-workout with some cranberry juice right here. It's 7:50 p.m. How are we feeling right now? Can you see it down here? It's in the bottom. I don't know. A little bit in there. It's not shooken up yet. How are we doing?
You hear that? I'm doing pretty good. I got a little pre-workout of my own. It's called coffee, baby. And you know what? Your boy's ready to go. I'm sick of taking these L's in these rookie mocks. So I'm coming full-fledged hardo mode, trying to get the dub, because finally Matty Kiwoom is gonna get back in the win column. Oh, he's already having the good. That's a jinx, baby. You cannot bust out the victory score before we even start.
Good luck. Pop the board up. Let's get this bad boy going. Let's
do it. You pop it up. You freaking pop it up.
Can you give me a little control plus and get a little zoom in on here?
Yes, I can. I can give you a little control plus.
All right. If you're in the chat, please drop a comment. We got the 101 going right now. Mm-hmm. I think I'll give the 101 to Matty Kiwoom again because he's done it 3 times. He's taken the L all 3 times he's been at the 101. We'll roll with it. If you're in the chat, drop a comment. We'll talk about one of your favorite players, or we won't. Superflex PPR tonight. Mm-hmm. So that means there's going to be some quarterback conversation.
Yep.
Are you going to do the damn thing, or are you going to do the damn thing?
I'm going to do the damn thing. I'm going to stick to what's good because I got it. Like I said, I'm in hardo mode today. I'm making the right moves. I ain't going crazy. There'll be no Zay Flowers. There'll be no Deuce Vaughn in the first. I'm sticking, boom, right here, baby, tractor beams. So give me Bijan Robinson in my 101 selection. We are using your mock, right, as this reference here, the 4.0.
If you want to.
We have to. I mean, last time we didn't do it last time we did 3.0. We did a little bit of preview on the gameplay and we did your 4.0, but this is our full-fledged rookie mock show. We got to use the 4.0.
We did the game plan on Saturday for those listening on the game plan. Mm-hmm. It's on podcast feed and it's on the YouTube. We did 1 QB for 2 rounds based on my mock. So, all right, cool. You want to do Superflex based on the mock? We'll do it.
Right. But let's do one caveat. We have to do the caveat. Because of the trade, what we are envisioning here is the Panthers take Stroud 101 and the Raiders take Richardson at the 105. Fair?
Bingo.
Bam.
Bingo. Because that was the point. And I got some comments today on the chat, on the Twitters. It was like, because I think I retweeted the link about the mock and they said, why do you have Vegas at number 1? And obviously the mock went live on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the question was why? And I was like I said, it went live on Wednesday. So the theory was after the combine, someone's moving up to 1 for Stroud. I was wrong. It wasn't the Raiders. It was the fucking Panthers. Okay.
Right.
It's Stroud, period. End of discussion. So that's the thing. Now we put the Raiders at 5, call it 5. They're going to get a quarterback. I think one of these guys. I think they're still in this Rodgers conversation. Though a couple days ago, I thought they weren't. Now I think they actually still are. It's one of those things where, we can go off on a tangent about Aaron Rodgers right now. It's never what it always looks like. like 80% of the time, it's not what it always looks like, right? Oh, look, Ramsey might go to the Lions. Psych, Miami.
Yep.
Oh, look,
Blockbuster. Nope. Psych, third round pick.
Stafford's gonna go here. He's gonna Rams. It's
Yep.
always it's over here and then it comes out at left field. So I don't really know what to expect right now for Rodgers, but if it's not the Raiders, then I think they're going to get a rookie. I do not envision them actually rolling out Stidham this year. That'd be idiotic shit.
No way.
Anthony Richardson to the Raiders. Come on down at the 102.
So once again, you go ahead and you piss on my Cheerios. You give me no chance here for Richardson. None. That's okay. That's fine. Because now, all right, so you're taking the Raiders, Anthony Richardson. You want to go with Josh McDaniels? Fine. All well and good. Obviously, combine hero. But like I said, I'm in hard-o mode today. I'm making the right decisions. So at the 103, give me the 101 in the NFL draft. The new Carolina Panther quarterback, C.J. Stroud.
Ooh. Check out QB profile, NFL draft prospect profiles on Player Profiler. You go to the NFL draft section, draft, mock draft, and analysis. Right below my mock 4.0, our boy Jonathan Lang is going through all the quarterbacks in this class, doing quarterback profiles. He just dropped Stroud's today. Why Stroud over Bryce here or Levy?
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna bet at the talent. So when I'm in hard-o mode, I'm down. I'm decreasing the volume in terms of how the situation goes, and I'm gonna increase kind of the talent profile, the guy that I'm most interested in, because I'm gonna assume that the chips are gonna fall where they may. Jacoby Myers, maybe he's the next Carolina Panther wide receiver. Great. Maybe they go ahead and take someone in the second round, and they double up with a Jaden Reed later on. We don't know. So I'm going to go with C.J. Stroud here because his best comparable player, Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
Very spicy.
Ooh.
I like
the
that? Accuracy. I do. I think it's more apropos of a comparable than I think a lot of people are going to give it credit. They're going to see the lofty expectation and immediately go, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I think if you took out Joe Burrow, put in C.J. Stroud with T. Higgins, with Jamar Chase, with that team, I think you wouldn't see maybe apples to apples, but maybe not all that far off. We have a very high volume arm, accurate arm. He's been placing the ball correctly his whole career. I'm thinking that C.J. Stroud is that dude who's worth probably moving up to the 101 for. So I want C.J. Stroud. I want the safest floor to go with the best running back prospect in this class.
All right, then give me the best arm in the class, Will Levis.
Talk to me about Levis over Young here.
Do I have to? Like, what are we doing here? Give me Will Levis with Pittman and Josh Downs and Alec Pierce and the bevy of tight ends and one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL right now, JT baby. Will Levis, he's going to be good. Come on. The comp is Jay Cutler. Is that not fucking awesome? Like,
yeah, it is.
If I haven't already hammered Will Levis the last 12 months, you think I'm going to stop now? Send him to Indianapolis, baby, with a little Shane Steichen, he just got done grooming Herbert, grooming Hurts. Levis is next, and Levis has the arm. Again, the disrespect, it's not warranted. I see Rock Socks in the comments. I'm not going to pop your comment up because you're not part of the Underworld Army. And but I will say he says Jay Cutler's not a winner. Yeah, but Jay Cutler also threw for a fuck ton of yards.
He did.
And he didn't give a shit.
And this is a player comp. This isn't a personality comp.
Yeah. Will Levis is better than Jay Cutler. It's just like Bryce Young's comparable to Johnny Manziel. It doesn't mean that Bryce Young is a drunk and he's going to be out of the league in 2 years. It just means that was his equivalent coming out of college. So that's what we're looking at right now. Through 4 picks, I'm dominating so far. So you're back on the clock at 105.
No way. That's so funny. So with this pick here, I am going to go with Johnny Manziel 2.0, doing Molly with Drake in the club, Bryce Young.
Ooh.
The 102. So I'm feeling fantastic here, Cody. I got the number 1 running back in the class. I got the safest floor quarterback in the class, the 101 in the NFL, and the 102. Okay. Am I a little nervous about Bryce Young's output? Immediately, he's going to have to be an outlier. But the thing about Bryce Young, betting on Bryce Young being that outlier at 5'10", 204 pounds, is he is the 5-star prospect going into college. He was the guy that was the highest graded quarterback prospect to ever be recruited to the Crimson Tide. So I'm thinking if there is somebody who can do it, it's Bryce Young. And we talked about it on the game plan. DeMeco Ryans, he's building a culture. This guy could be their leader at the top of the food chain in that clubhouse. Give me Bryce Young, and now I'm cooking with gas, baby. 2 quarterbacks and the best running back in the class. Your move, Cody.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. This is Superflex fantasy football, and he's out here taking the safest floor in the country. We're playing upside football right here.
No, we're not. We're not. That's your game. I'm going
the 2 strongest arms in football, the 2 strongest arms in this class, the 2 with the most upside. I'm shooting the moon. You know why? Because why was Josh Allen a difference maker this year? Josh Allen was a difference maker this year because he was averaging over 30 fantasy points. And you had Goff and you had Kirk Cousins averaging a combined 30 fantasy points. If one of my 2 guys hits, they'll be averaging 28 plus a game. If both of you guys hit, they won't even combine for the same amount of output that my fellas can do. And I'll tell you that right now. And I'm telling you, with the rushing of Richardson by itself, you're looking at a potential of me having Will Levis right here. A guy who has Josh Allen in his range of outcomes, not saying that he's going to get there, range of outcomes, coupled with Anthony Richardson, who has Justin Fields as his floor. Yeah. Because he can run better than Justin Fields. Justin Fields had over a rack last year. Think about that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, here's what I'm thinking about, Cody. Okay.
The ball was in your court. You could have took Levis over Stroud. You could have
took do that. I'm not done. Listen, when your 2 guys have fizzled out in 3 years, and I got 2 top 12, top 15 quarterbacks on my team, and top the 12 running back. Let's go. 12. Yeah. Oh yeah.
12.
Yes. I said to 14. I cover myself here, but yes. When my guys are just they're good. They're good players.
Are we talking
guys are fizzled out? They're backups. They're bums.
Are we talking top 12 in fantasy points? Or are we talking top 12 in the NFL? As far as
I'm talking about fantasy points by being relevant in the NFL. And I'm saying your 2 guys are going to be 2 shooting stars, 2 fizzles out, 2 fizzle outers. Oh yeah, Richardson. Oh, he's going to be great. Just getting injured. The next RG3. Oh, Will Levis. Who's Will Levis? Oh, is he the 3rd co-host on the Players Lounge in 3 years because he's failed out of the NFL? Oh, my guys are scoring points. And I got Bijan? I mean, come on, guy.
Top 12. All right. So last year we look at the top 12. So you think that Bryce Young on
3 years. Texans, I said in 3 years.
In 3 years. You think that Bryce Young on the Texans is going to finish with more fantasy points than the likes of any of these guys. You think that CJ Stroud on the Carolina Panthers without DJ Moore. Look at both of these guys and both of these offenses. No, their talent just shredded from the roster. There's nothing there. They have to hit on this draft, next draft, and spend money on guys. You're talking Stroud throwing the ball with Terrace Marshall, Laviska Shenault with Dick for running backs. You're talking about Bryce Young, who's throwing the ball to Nico Collins. I love Nico Collins, but come on. But that's what I'm saying. They have to build these. What have we seen from Houston and Carolina the last few years? Ineptitude. Nothing. Shit balls. Ass. What has Levis got? Levis is going to have Pittman. A-Rich is going to have Adams and his rushing upside. And you're talking about these dudes comparable to who's going to be here for the next decade. Patty Mack, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray.
You were just naming a whole bunch of guys who are not going to be better than my 2 quarterbacks.
That's 13 dudes
Danny Dimes,
have a floor higher than
Russell
Bryce
Wilson.
Young.
See you later. What? Russell Wilson has a higher floor?
Russell Wilson has a higher floor than
we
Bryce
saw
Young
his
and
floor
Stroud.
last year. It was Garbaggio.
We saw Russell Wilson's floor last year, and he was QB 16, son.
Yeah. Not talking. Yeah, and my guys will be better.
You know what Bryce Young's floor is? And CJ Stroud's floor?
The same as Will Levis and Anthony Richardson over the course of 3 years.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because when Richardson, he's a stud. You know what? Hey, he can run all he wants. And Will Levis, have fun with a new center because they're going to be shipping off their all-pro center. They're going to be shipping off pieces left and right. All of a sudden, Will Levis is the scapegoat on their way to Caleb Williams in 2024.
Bro.
See you later, Josh Rosen 2.0, a.k.a. Will Levis.
These boys got all pros for running backs behind them. These
and
boys
then
got
shipped off, shipped
these
away,
boys got all pros for running backs
shipped
behind them.
away.
These boys got Pro Bowlers, all pro
Listen,
Devontae
and I'm
Adams.
also not. I am not going to sit here and argue
Darren
about
Waller.
A-Rich because you sniped me on A-Rich. That's
What
all
are
it
we
is.
talking about?
If A-Rich was there at the 3, I'm taking A-Rich over Stroud, so that's a moot point in my opinion. But I'm still going with the Bijan Robinson.
A-Rich never going to be there at 3, homie. A-Rich is never going to be.
You know what?
He should go 1, son. Think of it. We're talking about my mock 4.0. If Bijan goes to the Cowboys and A-Rich goes to the fucking Panthers or the fucking Raiders, A-Rich is going Unski.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, if you had the 101, you were going Bijan. You've done it this whole time, which would have left A-Rich to me.
This mock is different, son. I might have went fucking Addison.
See, no, but what you guys also don't know listening, that he sabotaged me mere minutes before we started. Had me recalibrate my whole, I had a whole empire, a whole, like, mission impossible setup here. And now I'm knocking my mic over. You got your boy rattled, and you haven't even made a pick yet. I'm dominating this here, and all you're doing is just talking nonsense. A lot of noise, no backup.
I'm talking, but you're the one with my rankings up on the board.
Oh, so that's how we're gonna play this? That's how we're gonna play this?
I don't know what your rankings look like. You just looking at what I know, what I'm gonna go, and you're just like, I know he's gonna go. I'm not gonna go there.
This is what I'm doing. So according to my rankings, I'm dominating. According to your rankings, I'm still winning.
All right, who's on the clock?
You have been. You would have timed out 6 times already. You would have 3 kickers already.
Oh shit! Good thing we're not on MFL.
Yeah.
All right, 106. Come down to the squad, the upside squad of the century. The upside squad of the century.
Just take Charlie football. Let's get this thing moving.
That means we're going wide receiver here. The upside squad of the century. That is not JSN. That's Quentin Johnston. Because if the upside hits, Quentin Johnston in Detroit with Goff now, or whoever you want later, him in the DJ Chark role is what you want outside of Amon-Ra and opposite of JMO. That is some intense speed with Jameson Williams on the field and Quentin Johnston on the outsides and Amon-Ra just eating up backers and safeties down the seam, down the middle, everywhere in between. That is an offense I'm scared of. Upside is what I'm talking about. Upside is what wins championships. You got all the floor plays on your team. I got all the upside on mine. Give me QJ.
Okay. That was actually going to be my pick because I was going to try to infuse a little bit of that upside. But let me ask you this here. Let me ask you a little of this. If JMO is DJ Chark, where does that leave Quentin Johnson here as the third pass catcher in this offense?
JMO. Makes him JMO.
Then where's JMO be?
Chark.
Wait, how JMO wasn't a fact? So what you're saying is Quentin Johnson's going to get 1 40-yard touchdown? That's it all year?
Correct. Per game. No, this is the thing. Like,
Cody busted out a cigar, but clearly it's a blizzy. Guy's as high as a kite right now.
No, when you look back at what Detroit did last year, like obviously they were just missing that aspect of the game. Chark was there, Chark was banged up. Jameson, they were trying to meld him into the offense, but really, like I think it's going to be an entirely different thing. You look at last year, they had 587 attempts. I think you're looking at a team that could hold 640 plus, and you look at where the targets went last year: 146 to Amon-Ra, 70 to DeAndre Swift, and 64 to Khalif Raymond. And who was fourth? Josh Reynolds. That's 113 targets to Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond.
So that's what you're saying. You drafted Quentin Johnson with the upside of Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond. Okay. All right. So now you're finally getting yourself brought down to my level here.
This is the problem. Is that Jameson got Jameson?
Get Quentin Johnson lined up, 479 receiving yards. Let's go.
No, this is the thing. I think like
7.47 points a game. Let's go. I love it. That's the upside you're aiming for. I love it.
I don't think Amon-Ra is going to get 146 targets again. I think Amon-Ra comes down to like $120. I think that's where this offense meshes out, where you're going to have that 113, 120 targets that was for Khalif and Josh Reynolds. And DJ Chark had 50. So you're talking about 170 targets that are wide open right there that have to go back to Jameson and into Quentin Johnston. And if they each have 80, that's fantasy points.
Yeah, that's fantasy points. It's a decent amount of fantasy points, but it's all right. Because what I'm going to have to do is pivot. because that's what I have to do all night.
Wait,
Cody has lined me up to pivot. I've set
this
myself
dog had
up. He goes,
89th
"Sa-sa,
percentile college yards
sa-sa,
per reception. What are you
sa-sa."
talking about?
Just keep moving it on. That's fine. That's fine.
19 yards per reception, homeboy. 80 targets, 50 receptions. Homie's going to go for like 950 and 4 touchdowns.
954 touches. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. And
As
again,
a rookie?
no, that'd be very good as a rookie. And like I said, I was going for Quentin Rich. I had my Hardo hat on. And you know I'm not a big Quentin guy.
Richardson.
Who did I say? What did I say? Quentin Richardson?
Quentin Richardson? What are we playing for the Golden State Warriors or what?
Yo, remember him? Quentin Q Rich, baby. And Darius Miles.
Throwback. If you know, you know.
Let's go. All right. So I guess I got to pivot again. And now I'm just going to stick to what I've been doing all day. Give me the floor. Give me Jackson Smith-Njigba. Okay.
Oh
Don't love the landing spot here.
Jesus.
I don't love it, but I do love the talent profile. And I'm going to take the guy that has the ability to be an Amon-Ra St. Brown, a guy who can handle volume. He saw 95. He got 112 targets in his junior season, 95 receptions, went off for 1,600 yards. This guy's a big playmaker. He doesn't have the big playmaking profile, but he's capable of doing it on this team. There's a lot of variables that we're not factoring in here, like who's going to be the quarterback of Baltimore. But again, give me the floor. Give me the talent profile of Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let's go. Keep it moving. Because I'm going to attack with upside later.
Don't break
Give
your
me my
mic.
floor. Give me my floor, and I'm going to attack upside later.
Don't break your mic.
I've hit it twice. You are the Skip Bayless, and I'm the freaking Uncle Shannon over here, and I can't keep it together.
All right. 108.
What do you got?
Zay Flowers.
Oh, you know that's my guy. I'm okay with that.
Let's go. Zay
Love
Flowers.
that landing spot. Absolutely. Love
San
the
Diego
landing spot.
Superchargers. Let's go. San Diego
Yes.
Superchargers. Zay Flowers. Come on down. This unit is unreal. QJ, Will Levis, AR, Zay. Up. SIDE.
Yes, it is Upside City.
This is just like, if you were going to take bets on who's going to win Rookie of the Year, you would see A-Rich number 1, QJ number 2, Will Levis 3, Bijan 4, Zay 5. I'll give you one with Bijan. I
have the 101 and the 102. They're going to open up the odds right there. It's a QB award. Yeah. Listen,
you think that Bryce Young's going to open up as a fucking favorite?
I did not say Bryce Young. I said the 101. QB. I said the 101. The 101 will open up as the favorite. And then A-Rich, as he's not starting, because all of a sudden it's like, okay, this project doesn't pop right away. Josh Allen didn't run for 1,700 yards like Justin Fields did. He does need some time to marinate. Cody doesn't have any fantasy points this year. Boo-hoo.
Pretty many fantasy points. Well, Bryce Young is on the fucking IR.
And then listen, he ain't 5'10", ain't that big. I get it. But here we go. My next pick, give me the man who, if he just would have had one goddamn whopper before his weigh-in, he would have came in over 200. Would have looked a hell of a lot better. But I like the 4.36 40. I like the 91st percentile speed score. I like the guy who transferred to the big D1 program and dominated in said program. I like the guy who's coming in to take over the pass catching role of of what David Montgomery left. It's not a whole lot on that piece of meat, but it's enough for Jahmyr Gibbs again to come in and give me a whole lot of fantasy points. So not only am I going to walk away with the quarterback 1 and quarterback 3, but I got the running back 1 and the running back 2, baby. I'm just stacking up the assets of the top of the list.
Did this guy just say running back 2 with Jahmyr Gibbs that weighed in 199 pounds?
Yeah.
And is going to be on the Chicago Bears behind Khalil Herbert with Justin Fields in the same backfield?
Nah, he ain't going to be behind him. We're talking about a whole new offense here. We're talking about a whole revamped offense.
You think he's going to
DJ
start?
Moore. Do I think he's going to start? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, he's going to start. Absolutely.
And he's going to give you Dontrell Hilliard stats.
Dontrell Hilliard stats. Please, he ain't give me no Dontrell Hilliard stats.
Year 1. That's what I'm saying. Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert. They're talking about bringing Montgomery back. They use a second round pick on
Listen.
Gibby.
They're talking about whatever they want. Listen, I'm using your
DJ Moore, Mooney, Cole Kmet.
Yep.
Gibbs is going to get 4.7 fantasy points per game. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're gonna take him over upside.
Yeah.
You got upside
Okay.
with Roshan. You got upside with Kendre Miller.
Dude, those guys are still on the board. You can't take them both.
4.7, I guess, is an all right floor for a
4
rookie.
points.
Okay, you can have it, man. Come on down, Kendre Miller. We've already heard the whispers of Dalvin leaving Minnesota. Dalvin's out. I gave Kendre Miller to the Minnesota Vikings in the 4th round of the NFL draft. A lot of these running backs are going to go in the 4th round. Tank, Tyja, Kendre. I think Sharbs and Roshan are going to get 3rd round capital. Eric Gray's a 4th round guy. Banakanda is going to be a 4th, 5th round guy. A lot of these running backs are going to end up in this range, in this area. And I think Kendre's a guy that the Vikings are going to fall in love with. And they're going to try to bring him in to be kind of like not the Dalvin Cook replacement, because it sounds like if Cook's on his way out, they're going to try to bring back Alexander Madison.
Yep.
So you have Madison, you have Kendre. Tykevius Chandler's also there.
Yep.
Maybe they roll with Tykevius and Kendre Miller, and Kendre Miller, I think, is supreme to these both of these guys. I think Kendre Miller has some very extreme upside, and in this offense, if they do roll with double backs, we're talking 180 touches in year 1.
What you guys have all just witnessed was Cody getting so much upside that he decided, here in the 1st round at the 110, give me a handcuff. Give me a bona fide handcuff to Alexander Matson. Give me that. Okay, that's a good
I actually took a floor play here. That was the thing. Kendre is kind of a floor play because I know what I'm getting, right? I know I'm getting. Cheers. Here's my pre-workout.
Yo, you need to chill on the pre-workout and that Blizzy, son, because your mind's spinning. You are generating numbers at I'm not going to lie, it's an alarmingly quick rate. I'm not used to you being this sharp. You're making me nervous. You got me on my heels a bit. I don't know what to do. I might have to call for my wife. I might have to call for my kids. I need a hug. But hey, I'm going to stay in the pocket. I'm staying in the pocket. I'm staying in the pocket, and I'm bobbing and weaving just like Stroud's going to do, just like little man Young's going to do, as your team has all this hopes and wishes, the Fugazi, the Wizzy Wazzy, the Fairy Dust. That's Cody's squad. Cody Carpentier, a.k.a. Fairy Dust.
Look at this team. You have 1 wide receiver.
I know, and I'm diving right back into that pool right now. Give me Jordan Addison. I hate the landing spot, but over these last few mock drafts, you've kind of shown me the light of the path to a productive slot role for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, you know what? Go against your word here, Cody, because I'm saying that you're the one that led me to take this pick. And now all of a sudden, I look like I got the running back 1 and 2. I got the wide receiver 1 and 2. I got the quarterback 1 and 3. And your boy's cooking with fucking gas. Go ahead, take Roshan, and let's roll into the 2nd round.
Do you know what the problem is? Is you have all of the wide receiver 1 and 2, the quarterback 1 and 2 on the NFL teams boards. You know what's wrong with that?
Not in the one. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Listen, all of our listeners, go ahead. Type in playerprofiler.com. Go over to the Dynasty Deluxe. Pull up the rookie rankings. Select that little circle there that says Superflex. And the Bijan Robinson, the 101. CJ Stroud, the 103. Smith Njigba, the 104. Gibbs, the 105. Bryce Young, the 106. So it's not just the NFL rankings, Cody. This is our rankings, Cody.
You said 101. You get the 101 running back, Bijan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
On everybody's board, he's the 101.
Yeah.
But at quarterback, it's Young and Stroud on all these NFL teams' boards.
No, in our board, we got Richardson, Stroud. So I don't got the first quarterback, but I got the 2nd. You got the 3rd. You got the 4th.
We're talking fantasy. We're talking fantasy, homie.
Yeah, we are talking fantasy. And I'm talking about, according to our rankings on playerprofiler.com, most prestigious rankings. I'm dominating. You're in fantasy land.
We're playing fantasy, homie. This isn't the NFL. If you were in the NFL, the NFL teams would be paying you.
Go hang
Matty
out with Peter
Kiwoom's team is awesome. Yeah. This is fantasy.
I put on my Hardo hat today, and I was winning this fucking mock draft. And you can go over to the Lost Boys there, and Peter Pan and Fictional Land, and your little Fantasyville with your upside and your imagination. And can you picture it? And can you see it? And I'm over here crunching the stone cold numbers, dominating this rookie draft. So go ahead, take your 112, and let's move on to round 2 so I can continue this ass whooping.
Crunching numbers, taking L's. That's your job. Keep on going. All right. Number 12, 1 point, Unski 2. What are you clicking on Marvin Mims already premeditated or what here?
Oh, was that who you're going to take?
No, you trying to make me pick somebody that I don't want?
No, I was laughing. You made me laugh. I started clicking away. Sometimes, that's why you don't put the nuke button in. I'd be laughing, tapping. It's
Ah,
crazy.
okay. Well, I know who you're gonna pick next.
No,
So
you don't.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the guy that I want and that I know you would try to so you're gonna try to galaxy brain this. You're gonna try to say, oh, he's gonna take
Mm-mm.
Roshan here, and then I'm
Nope.
gonna take this guy, and then I'm gonna get this guy at the
Nope.
203.
I'm
That's
staying in the
that's
pocket. I
Matty
am
Kiwoom's gonna
staying
get
in
this
the
guy at 203.
pocket.
Give me Josh Downs.
You want Downs? Okay.
Give me Josh Downs, 112. Indianapolis Colts, first wide receiver off the board in round 2 of the NFL draft. Josh Downs paired with Will Levis, Uncle Will Levis in Indianapolis in the T.Y. Hilton role inside of Michael Pittman. We're talking about some extreme football happening in Indianapolis. Like I mentioned before, Steichen's going to have Levis as his third quarterback in line after Herbert and Hurts. And he's got to have the weapons. He's got to have the speed. He's got the weaponry in Michael Pittman. He's got the weaponry in the running back. He's got the weaponry in the offensive line and a good defense. They get Josh Downs in here. It brings a different dynamic because Josh Downs has that 4.4 speed. And yes, he didn't test best. Yes, he looked tiny, but he's got big legs. He ran great in the routes, and he's a good guy that you can use all over the offense. Josh Downs fits well into Indianapolis. Give me Josh Downs 1 point, Unski 2. And I want to say one thing because we've been debating this whole entire first round. Who's got the better team? I know I have the better team, but I want to hear from everybody in the chat. So everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys all tapping in on this fine Sunday afternoon. Like I said, Mock Draft Live is going to be going Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. every single week from here on out, probably through June. Maybe longer if you guys keep wanting the stuff. Redraft talk, best ball talk, rookie talk, startup talk. We're going to be rolling out mocks 3 times a week, 7:30 p.m. Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. And it's not just going to be me and Maddie. You're going to have Aaron. You're going to have Matt. You're going to have Theo. You're going to have Billy. You're going to have Nate. You're going to have Seth. I just named like 7 names. I think there's like 10 names. I'm sorry if I missed your name. You're going to have a lot of people coming in here, mocking against each other, doing different things. You're going to have a lot of different takes, a lot of different views. So if you are in the chat, click that like button, click the subscribe button, click that bell. And like Josh asks in the chat, how do I get in the army, dog? DAGG. Click that join button. Click that join button. If you're on desktop on YouTube, click the join button, join the Underworld Army. And that, my friends, is how you get into a mock with us. If you want to get on the screen, Harry Snowman's been on the screen. You know why Harry Snowman's been on the screen? And I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, but Harry Snowman's been on the screen because he's a devoted patron. Patreon.com/Carpentier NFL, Patreon.com/Podfather. I don't know if Matty Kiwoom's got one yet, but if he does, he can plug it. But if you want to get on the screen, do things like this, you got to be plugged in. You got to stay tapped in. You got to be communicating and being in every single stream.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Josh, the answer is click that join button and tap in. Let's get into round 2. I want to see some replies, though. I want to see who you guys think is winning this bad boy as we get on going.
So, first of all, we need like a hand signal, like an underworld hand signal. Like, should we throw up the U? Should we steal the U? Should we coerce the U? What are we gonna do? We gotta have some sort of like, that's what's up. What was that, Ray Lewis? You gonna stab me and get away with it?
R. Lewis, boy, the best linebacker you ever seen, boy.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell does that have to do with the price of eggs in China? Congrats. All right, let's get back to this because now you're trying to put me through a whirlwind.
You went to Miami, homie. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Well, so did hey.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. We got it.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. You are on Galaxy Brain. I'm taking pre-workout before we do this because I need to get on another
pre-workout. You need some fucking
pre-workout.
You know what we need? Shout out to Grinds. Grinds also was jumping in the old Twitter DMs.
Yep.
And Grinds might come through. We need a sponsor for the Players Lounge. We talked about this. Well, did we talk about this? We might have talked about this on the show.
Not in public.
That might come out in the next week or 2.
Ooh, you guys gotta check this shit out.
Tap in. We're looking for a sponsor. I think Grinds might be first in line. We'll see what happens. But anyway, if you don't have enough caffeine, there's more caffeine in these Grinds. Just throw one in right now. There's 25 milligrams of caffeine in each pouch.
Okay.
Just straight coffee.
Damn, this guy is gonna be going berserker by the end of the show.
Round 2. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Going for your guy. Give me both Texas running backs.
God damn it.
Roshan Johnson. You know, I'm working with the floor, and I think he's got that floor. Going to the Arizona Cardinals. He's eerily got the same skill set as one James Conner. Conner has been injured throughout his career, and in 2023 alone, they are going to have to run the ball a ton because we don't even know who's going to be their starting quarterback. Is it going to be David Blunt or Colt McCoy? Don't know. Either way, give me Roshan here. You got him going to the Arizona Cardinals with the 105th pick. I think that Roshan is exactly what my team needs. And all of a sudden, your boy's starting to touch the upside a bit because when you look at the best comparable player on Player Profiler, Josh Jacobs, a.k.a. the leading rusher in 2022. Oh, baby.
You forgot just one thing.
He's your favorite, and I took him from you.
No. I lied. I didn't get the first receiver off in round 2. But now I did. His name's Jalen Hyatt.
Oh, now you're coming for my heart. Oh,
and I got him at the 202, and he's a little bit down the line right there. But the 202, I'll take him in fantasy. I'll take him in fantasy at the 202. You know why? Because Nico's out there, but I know that Bryce Young's going to be running for his life, and he's going to be doing the fuck it. He's down there somewhere, and he's just going to rip that fucking ball up in the air, and old Jalen Hyatt's going to be down there, and he's going to Tuggy. He might have 13 catches, but he's going to have 9 touchdowns. I'll bet you money on that one. Jalen Hyatt, 202. Come on down from Tennessee to Houston. Buckle up because there's going to be some speed in Houston if this mock comes to fruition with Bryce Young, Devon Achane, and Jalen Hyatt. I don't love Hyatt, but guess what? This team is already stacked. We got all the speed.
You went after Hyatt because you were coming after Mi Corazon.
Look at the 4 wide I got right here, dude. Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, Josh Downs, and Jalen Hyatt. I got one of everything. We're stacked. We're quacked. We're ready to rock.
I'm good to go because I am going to pepper the wide receivers, but I'm going to stick to running back because I got myself a stable, and I'm going to take Tyjae Spears. He came in at 5'10", 201. That is enough. That was enough. We all got a nice fresh of breath there. We all let out a little bit of relief seeing that we don't know exactly what his workout metrics will be because he hasn't really put any out there yet. So we don't know his best play comparable, all that stuff. But we know he's got enough size to play in the NFL. We know Mike McDaniel is going to get the most out of a running back like Tyjae Spears. And in your mock, you got the Dolphins selecting him with the 77th overall pick. That is good enough for me. Put him on my roster. And now my running back room looks god dang nasty.
Your running back room's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad. I do want to give a shout out. Josh Pesky joined. He joined the Underworld Army. Shout out to you. I don't know if I can play a little. Can you hear this?
I hear it.
I don't know. Huh. All right. Shout out to Josh Pesky for joining. $99 a month. We gotta start playing with those sound effects, man. I like that.
That was fun. I will say.
Good pick for Tyjae Spears right here at the 203. I appreciate you. I don't know why you took Tyjae right there. It's very interesting, especially when you have multiple receivers on the board and your team is inept at the wide receiver position. You have 2 receivers. You have 2 receivers that have combined to play 9 games. They've combined to play 9 games in the last calendar season and a half between Addison and Jackson Smith and Najigba.
You're talking about the past.
I'm just saying how you would say it. Najigba. I think.
How do you say it?
Najigba, I guess, is a thing now because I guess there's an N between N and J. I'm not sure though. Najigba. Wait,
how do you say it?
Najigba.
Jigba. So the N is silent.
Najigba. It's a half silent N. Najigba.
What?
Najigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Najigba. That's what I said.
Najigba?
Najigba.
There's no A in there.
Huh? There's an A at the end.
Anyways, combined Addison.
This pre-workout's going to the dome, son.
Addison and JSN have played a combined like 9 or 10 games in the last calendar season and a half.
I'm okay with that. They'll be ready to rock, baby. I got them on the Cody Carpentier workout. You know, they're drinking pre-workout at 8:30 at night. They're going bonkos.
You're not getting the second round wide receiver that's on the board right now. Kayshawn Booty. Bring that booty on down. Join the squad. The best receiving core you ever seen, son. Out of LSU. We don't even need him to be the number 1. He can be the number 5 on this team, and he's going to dominate. LSU. I mean, also let's analyze the pick here. He's going to the Saints with Derek Carr, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, dog, and Michael Thomas I guess is a dude, but that's a good team, good passing attack. They're going to throw for 4,800 yards. Derek Carr is down there in New Orleans in the dome. I love Kayshon Boutte in this role because Kayshon Boutte doesn't need to be the number one. And what have we seen when Kayshon Boutte doesn't need to be the number one? Kayshon Boutte's going for 600-700 yards like it's nothing as long as he's healthy and on the field. I love it. I don't hate Kayshon Boutte. I talked about this on Saturday on the game plan. He ran a 4.50, but if he's running a 4.48, and if any NFL team clocked him on the hand time at 4.47, 4.46, we'll have an entirely different conversation. I got some comments as well on Twitter that said, yeah, but he's not an athlete. Can't believe you have him going in the second round. I was like, yeah, but guess what? 29's vertical is terrible as fuck, but that doesn't mean everything. That's not the whole fucking – it's like, oh, guy jumped 29 inches? Undraftable. It's like, okay, yeah, okay. I get it. But he's all coming off an injury. He ran a 4.50, which isn't bad, and we saw what he can do in the field. He's a great route runner. Give me Kayshon Boutte. I think that New Orleans is going to like him. I think he's going to be a late second to early third round pick, and if he goes here at 40 to the Saints, I'm going to love it.
So now I've stacked up my 2023 producers, whether you say so or not, because you're trying to get in my head. It ain't going to work. But I am going to go to the wide receiver position. I am willing to take a redshirt year in his rookie campaign. I'm taking the 5'11", 191 wide receiver with the 98th percentile breakout age and the best player comparable anyone could ever have to get Matty Kiwoom on their radar. I'm talking about Jaden motherfucking Reed going to the Seattle Seahawks at 83. I don't know if he's going to get playing time that's going to be fantasy relevant right away. But I don't care because once Tyler Lockett is out of the picture, I think the skill set of a Jaden Reed and the skill set of a DK Metcalf complement each other so damn well that this is going to be a legitimate wide receiver combination for years to come. So like I said, if Tyler Lockett sticks around, which there has been not a peep that he's going to leave, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him being the number 3 receiver. The Seahawks continue to bring in guys to be that heir apparent to Tyler Lockett. No one has stuck. I think Jaden Reed is exactly the type of guy who will stick in this offense. So give me Jaden Reed as I continue or start to build up my wide receivers here.
Continue to build up as he tries to peep in there. Continue to build up. All right, boys, we're 42 minutes in. We've gotten through 17 picks. We got just like 7 more left. If you're in the comments, like and subscribe. We got about 15 minutes left. We're going to continue rolling through this round 2 of this mock draft. But like I mentioned before, mock draft live Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. It's not always going to be me and Matty, but we will be here. We will be tapped in live on YouTube just for you. Again, this is not going to be on podcast. This is YouTube only. So you got to stay tuned in, stay tapped in. Join the Underworld Army for a chance to mock with us and also for a chance to get your name popped up on the screen like our boy Josh. Shout out to the real ones in the chat.
Either
Matty just got his 3rd receiver, probably his best one, best comparable to Stephon Diggs. Mad respects. That was my next pick at 206. So it does put me in a little bit of a tizzy spot here. A little bit. But quite frankly, I'm not that worried. You know why? Because I can just keep on pushing that running back position down the tracks. Because
you're running out of picks.
I got pick 2-8, I got pick 2-10, I got pick 2-12, and we're about to clean house at the running back position in those 3 picks. I'm going to tell you my strategy straight to your face because I know you can't stop it because there's an abundance of talent at the running back position. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run wide receiver all up on you.
Who you got? I'm listening.
Rashee Rice, Atlanta Falcons.
Take that, bum. I'm just kidding. He's pretty good. Tell us why you like Rashee Rice.
You don't mean that.
He's good. He's good.
You don't mean that.
I do like Rashee Rice, but I got to talk shit. I have to. I have to hate every guy on your team now. Especially if we're not going to come back for a rematch ASAP. I'm bad-mouthing this squad.
We might. I don't know. You around Tuesday night?
I'm around every night, baby.
We might.
I live for this. I live for taking your ass down in the draft gauntlet.
It's going to be chaotic when we get 4 people up in this hoe, and there's 4 of us drafting.
And me and you just talking over everybody else, yelling at each other.
It's going to be chaotic. Rashee Rice, 6 foot, 200 pounds. He fixed the archetype, which is what we want at the wide receiver position. 33.2% college target share, 96th percentile. An absolute menace in colleges last year, 1,355 yards and 100 and almost 60 targets at SMU. Yes, his catch rate went down 20%, but that does not matter. 95th percentile burst. He hit that 4.51 marker. Yeah, it's not 4.42, but 4.51 at his size. That first day at the Senior Bowl was tough for Rashee Rice, but every single day I've seen him since. Day 2 at the Senior Bowl, 3, 4, the game, and the entire week at the Combine, Rashee has taken steps in the right direction. He'll be 23 when the season starts, best comparable to Terrace Marshall. I think he's better than Terrace Marshall. He did more in college than Terrace Marshall. Put him in Atlanta. Put him on the inside of Drake London. Let him run the routes, make him tizzy. Tank Dell's also going to be there. Some speed. Woo.
Not bad.
It's gonna be fun.
So with the 207 here, we're kind of forgetting it's Superflex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Hendon Hooker here with the 207 for 2 reasons. One,
You just took a quarterback?
Yep, I did. It's Superflex. You're going to need them if you haven't known that by now. But here's what I like about Hendon Hooker. 2 things that you've pointed out on Twitter in the last few days. 1 is his best comparable player, Geno Smith. 2, you have him going 37. So inside the top 40 to the Seattle Seahawks. So I said it with my 205 that I was willing to take a redshirt year on Jaden Reed. I'm also willing to take a potential redshirt year on Hendon Hooker, link up that stack in 2024, and be cooking with gas. And now all of a sudden, I have a surplus. I can dangle one of my quarterbacks over your head when your 2 guys are playing in the XFL talking about The Rock.
You're going to
come crawling. Then you're going to come crawling. You're going to come crawling. So give me Hendon Hooker with the 207. And now all of a sudden, I went from liking my draft to absolutely loving it.
Really?
I'm loving it.
Second round quarterback coming off an ACL, not going to play.
That's fine. That's fine at the 207.
You think you're gonna? You think you're gonna do a little chef sprinkle salt right on top of me? But hey, do you want some Hendon Hooker? Do you want a 26-year-old Hendon Hooker that's never took a snap in the NFL?
I'm so inept at quarterback. Yeah, I'll take him. Please.
I'm gonna go. I'm starting one of my quarterbacks in Superflex because I only need one. Because he's averaging 33 fantasy points per game.
He's already got up 5 points. He's got up 5 points since the last time you brought up this fictional. Here we go. Cody's just sprinkling the fairy dust, just flying away.
My QB2 is Teddy Bridgewater, and he's putting up zeros, and I don't care.
He's just sitting there. Imagine what could have been. Hey, my Madden team was so good. My Madden team was so strong. All the developmental points that I was able to get for these quarterbacks. I couldn't do that in real life? What do you mean?
I got Sam Darnold 2.0, and I got Johnny Manziel 2.0. You might combine for 5,000 passing yards in 2023.
Listen, I would be lying if I didn't admit that part of me wanting Bryce Young was the comparison for Johnny Manziel because I would like to meet Drake.
Let's be honest right now. You're worried.
I'm not worried.
You're worried at quarterback right now. No. The only reason you take Hendon Hooker right there over wide receivers is because you're
stacking it up. I'm stacking up my value, kid. I'm stacking it up. Taking a brick, layering a brick, layering another
20 picks. You have 3 receivers.
That's fine. I got 2 more picks?
You're worried.
I got 2 more picks.
You're worried.
And I might not even take a receiver. I might not even take one. That's okay.
It's befuddles me how worried you are right now at the wide receiver position. You're in deep shit. And you're taking Hendon Hooker at the 207.
Yeah. Yes, I am. This is Superflex.
This is incredible.
This is Superflex. This is Sparta. This is Superflex. Your quarterbacks have upside. How many? Does that always translate? I don't think
upside?
So.
I don't know. I know it doesn't translate. I know it doesn't translate. And that is expectation. Expectation of what the NFL thinks. I know what this guy is. Let's see. Look at the all-time draft picks.
This is NFL boy over here, bad mouthing the NFL. How dare you disrespect the Shield like that?
The NFL. Sir. This is the history of the NFL in the top 5 of guys that have flamed out horribly. Zach Wilson, Tua Tagovailoa, Daniel Jones was a 6th overall pick. Dwayne Haskins was a lock out of Ohio State. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Mitch Trubisky, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston,
How dare you
Marcus
go for Jared
Mariota,
Goff?
Blake fucking Bortles. Do I need to keep Robert Griffin the third? Ryan Tannehill was a top 10 pick. Jake Locker, Blaine Gabbert. We're talking about guys that were the NFL love these dudes. And then
The NFL loves you. What are you talking about? You're spinning a web here that you're going to get yourself
I'm gonna tell you
caught
right now.
in.
I'm going to tell you right now. The NFL does not love A-Rich as much as the fantasy community thinks that they do. I talked to people literally after that workout that said A-Rich was still QB4 on their list. And that's NFL conversations. They do not love him as much. He doesn't have
So what is your point? You're saying that your team's better because the NFL doesn't like them.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Because this is my argument behind it, and I've talked about it multiple times, is that this because the NFL the NFL is so dialed into like, yep, we know. I know Bryce Young's a good quarterback. He's got the most talent in the class. He's number 1. But there's like 8 things that go into him that make him have abilities to not hit. CJ Stroud is the most pro-ready quarterback in this class. Correct. But he's got a lot of things that limit his upside. It's that easy to understand, but the NFL just knows like, oh, I need to get a dude that can come in here and play football. And they don't think about, oh, I need to coach this guy up. There's a few coaches that think about it from that aspect. I can coach this guy up. Shane Steichen's one of them in Indianapolis. I can coach this guy up and I can get this guy dialed the fuck in. That's where I think the NFL is wrong. And I've said it multiple times. I just think that they look at the wrong shit and they're like, oh, I'm going to throw this guy in. Like Houston, we're going to throw Bryce Young. Bryce Young's going to be the offense.
Badmouth you at the combine? You're having this barrage on the NFL right now.
And DeMeco Ryan's going to be the defense. It's like, oh, Bryce Young's just going to be the dude. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
Yeah. Cody, what are we fucking talking about? Cody, what are we talking about? You went on a tirade about how my quarterbacks have holes, although your guys, all that they have is hopes and wishes.
Upside.com. Upside.com.
They do have the upside. That's fine. Have that upside. And you can take that as you upside them off your team. That don't make no sense.
Into space. Upside into space. Into space. Into space. Upside into space.
Yo.
Upside.
This is insanity. What is happening? What is in that pre-workout? Also, I would like to admit we were like, oh, there's 7 picks left, 15 minutes. We're gonna breeze through this. Nope. We are gonna do 2 dance routines and an argument about upside versus the NFL.
All right, 2:08 right here on the clock. Zach Charbonnet.
Good pick.
He's fallen too far. A lot of people are going to have him in round 1 in these mocks and in these drafts. Give me Zach Charbonnet. He's playing behind Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley bounced back last year, had a big season. But if he's drafted here, I think I have him in, what was the official pick here? It was like 57. Yeah. 57th, the New York Giants, backing up, playing right next to Saquon Barkley. I absolutely love that spot. Not because I love him, but because I love the opportunity he's going to get. He's going to get a lot of goal line touches. You think all the way back to like the Brandon Jacobs days, where I remember him and Tiki playing a little bit together. I think you can see something like that of a dynamic where you're going to get Charbonnet is going to be maybe not extremely viable, but I think he's going to be usable, especially early. And then you look at next year, I don't think they're going to bring back Saquon, and Charbonnet could be the lead back in this offense.
I love that pick for Charbonnet. I was absolutely contemplating him there over or Hendon, because I also think there's actually sneaky upside. And Mr. Upside here forgot about a little bit of upside. Shocker. The Mr. Upside to the moon forgot to mention the upside that is Zach Charbonnet, which is if he's drafted behind Saquon Barkley. Remember, they gave him the non-exclusive franchise tag. You could get, Zach Charbonnet at an absolute value. All of a sudden, the Bears get silly, or someone gets silly, offers Saquon Barkley a crazy offer sheet, and they take him away. All of a sudden, Zach Charbonnet would be an argument for probably the 106, 107. So I do love that pick. I think that was a great pick. I probably should have thought about that, but I love Tajay Spears.
You know what's funny is that I just got a guy that's ranked ahead of your. I just got a guy that's ranked ahead of your RB3 at the 208.
You know, it's also funny. You just got a guy ranked ahead of your QB2 on your team. So you can't cherry pick the argument.
Hey.
Are we loving these ranks or are we not, Mr. Carpentier? Huh? 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 And I'm actually gonna say,
I was talking about running back. I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about running back.
I'm talking about your quarterback. Charbonnet, we have him ranked higher than Will Levis in Superflex.
Dude, DeMarco Murray 2.0. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I ain't hating on Charbonnet. I think this was a great pick. This is probably going to be the one pick that when I look back on and go, Cody gained a little bit there, but it was an absolute swamp dunking on my part. Absolutely mopped the floor with your squad. But this is that one pick that I'm going, I got to give credit where credit is due. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to bury you. Give me the tight end one in the class. Michael Mayer, who went 45 to the Green Bay Packers, replacing Bobby Tunyon. And what I love about Mr. Mayer, his best comparable player, Zach Ertz. I also love that college dominator, 94th percentile. But a guy like Zach Ertz was a perennial top 5 tight end. I think Michael Mayer has that type of upside if Jordan Love can be that guy. And I do love me some Jordan Love. So give me Michael Mayer. So now I have what I think is going to be the QB one, the wide receiver one, the running back one, and the tight end one. Let's go.
All right, we got 3 minutes to get out of here in 3 picks.
Yeah.
Are we going to do this? I don't know. Maybe.
Let's have a massive blowout after every pick.
Quick question. Is this tight end premium?
It is now because I just took a tight end.
All right, cool.
It's 5 points of reception.
2.10. I'm going running back. I'm not going tight end. I'm going running back, and I'm not going Devon A-Chain. You took Tyjae Spears because you're a donk, but that's okay. Give me Zach Evans. Give me Zach Evans to the Saints. I hate Zach Evans currently in every aspect of stuff because he's undersized. He's not there, but I think Kamara probably gets suspended. I think Zach Evans has enough talent to get opportunity, and that's called, what is that called? You know what that's called?
Upside.
To the moon, into the space, upside into the space. That's actually called Into Space. Background music. Zach Evans, 210.
Good pick there. Can't hate it at all. We are not going tight end premium, but I am going to go wide receiver. I'm not going to take him here, but since I can't take him here, I do want your opinion because you are the man, the myth, the legend when it comes to player evaluation. Like I said on the game plan, you are the emperor of evaluations. I was looking at your comp picks here, and one really stuck out to me. One that I think could be absolutely dirty. Andre, how do you say Isavius? Yosivash. Andre Yosivash to the Washington Commanders at 97 would be fantastic. He's got that Denzel Mims comp, and I know that sucks because Denzel's kind of sucked, but he's an athletic freak. He was one of the best athletes at the wide receiver position in Indianapolis. What's your thoughts on him just like overall? Because I'm growing my likeness for him. It continues to climb.
A lot of people overhyped him going into the Senior Bowl, comparing him to Christian Watson. He's not Christian Watson. He's a big body guy, can't separate as much as Christian Watson can. I think he's going to be fine. How does he work into Washington? I think he's going to be the big body. He'll be the big body guy in Washington. In short, I think he's got room to grow. I think it's going to take him a little bit of time. But a team like Washington with guys that can separate, like Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, can help him progress through that, I definitely think.
Okay. So with my pick at the 211, which will be my last, I will not take my man Deuce Vaughn, but I am going to cry about that later. But I am going to take Marvin Mims, who you have the Green Bay Packers selecting with the 78th overall pick. Give me the guy with the 4.38 speed, the 91st percentile burst score, and the breakout age of under 19 years old. I really, really believe that in this offense, because again, if I'm taking Michael Mayer, if I'm taking a guy like Mims who is going to the Packers, I am announcing here in front of you and the rest of the world that I believe in Jordan Love, and I do think Jordan Love can be a very good starter in the NFL. I do not know if he'll be as good as, I don't know, CJ Stroud, but he's going to be good. I do like him. Matty Kelly said it on one of his previous shows that actually when he was down in Mobile, he was a better thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts even. So I'm going to bank on that. I'm going to bank on Jordan Love. Give me Marvin Mims at 211.
I'm going to start this draft out. I'm going to finish this draft out just how I started it.
tweaking on
I ran out of
pre-workout.
pre-workout, but I got water now. I'm going to take the number 2 most athletic wide receiver in this entire class out of 38 guys. 6'1", 226. When you look at the 5 best comparable players for this cat, AJB, Julio are in that top 5. His best comparable right now on playerprofile.com, Alan Lazard, because he's not as big of an alpha as AJB and Julio Jones, 21.9 years old. He broke out at 20 years old, 16.3, 73rd percentile college yards per reception, 4.46, 96th percentile speed score. For the next alpha in the New York Giants offense, Jonathan Mingo.
I like Mingo. The more and more I look at the class, the more and more I look at your last rookie mock 4.0, which make sure you're tapping in. Check that out. Cody just dropped that last week. That's a good pick. He has the skill set to be someone who can command targets in that offense. I like it. I like that pick, and I think getting him at the 212, again, creeps you closer to my team, but again, I'd absolutely mop the floor with you. Absolutely.
You had a good draft.
I told you I put my Hardo hat on today. Put it on. And in the chat, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on Twitter. Let us know in the Discord. Mock 5.0, who took it down and why was it Matty Kiwoom?
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a little aggressive. But you did have a good draft. Who's one guy on here you would have taken next? Deuce?
I would have definitely wanted Deuce for sure. Another guy that I'm growing on is Charlie Football. Give me the guy from One Tree Hill. Give me Lucas Scott, Charlie Jones. You got him going in the supplemental round. I think it was 98. Yeah, 98 to the Cleveland Browns. I love getting a kind of a route running apprentice behind someone like Amari Cooper. Again, he might be someone who doesn't score a whole lot in 2023, but we talked about it on the game plan. He's got the pedigree in special teams, and he's got the route running ability. He's someone who can easily start to climb up the trust ladder for Deshaun Watson, becoming maybe the number even 2 target getter in that offense. So that is probably someone that I'm growing more and more on. Also, Andre, we talked about him. Also, my man, Bryce Ford Wheaton, that athleticism. You got him going to the Denver Broncos. If they move off from Sutton, Tim Patrick got a year older coming off an injury. That could be a sneaky pick, but those will be the guys that I'll be looking to attack in round 3. And then as we get deeper, of course, I'm going after my boy, Tyson Baggett, in the later rounds.
Who? Did you say
Tyson
Baggett?
Baggett. Did I say his name? Bagnent? Bagent. I'm gonna put a little Y there. Bagent.
All right. I like it. I see a little comment in the chat up here asking about TP. Little TP from my bunghole. If you just wouldn't go, if that's what Eminem said, something like that.
No.
Isn't that what he said?
I don't know, but TP from my bunghole is Beavis and Butthead. I am Cornholio.
I think that's what Eminem said. Let me look it up here. He goes,
Probably is.
like TP from my bunghole, and it's cool if you let one go. Nobody's gonna know it. Who'd hear it? That's a little Eminem for you. TP, Trey Palmer. Yes, he's on that list right there. Had him going 96th, I think, to the Philadelphia Beagles. I think that'd be a good spot for him replacing Quezzy. He's
That's
dog
a football
of the class.
fit, though.
If you haven't heard me talk about him yet, I mean, he's going to be number 1 on the old dog rating when that comes out in the next month. Very excited about Trey Palmer. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Eric Gray with a little sad, sleepy. We're not sleeping on EG. EG's 23 and a half years old. We love EG, but he didn't test. He came in with a good Senior Bowl, got molly-whopped at the Senior Bowl a little bit, and he didn't
Phantom
really pick
fumbles,
up
if I remember correctly.
He didn't pick up his pants after the Senior Bowl, and he didn't test out at the Combine. So we need to see a good pro day from him out at OU. But yeah, good draft. We got Deneric Prince up in the chat. We got a little take on Deneric Prince. I think he's nice. Obviously the most athletic running back in the class. That's going to be your sleeper. Best comparable to Zamir White right now on playerprofile.com. There'll be more coming on him in the rookie guide when the rookie guide comes out. Shooting for April 1st right now in the rookie guide. More on Deneric Prince inside of that. Like him though, as that late round, he's going to be a last round dart every time. That's going to be your James Robinson, Elijah Mitchell level dart. I'm not saying that he's them, but he's that level of a throw that I want to make. Matty,
yes, sir.
What do you got coming this week?
Ooh, baby, we got Trade Gods on Thursday, each and every Thursday. We also have the game plan next Saturday, and maybe another appearance on one of these mocks. Maybe I'll be gracious to let someone get a try at it, but your boy loves doing these. So if you leave the door open, I'm pushing it right on through. And also follow me on Twitter, at Matty Kiwoom.
I like it. I respect it. I'll give you a half a win tonight.
No,
I'll
there ain't no half wins. I
have
got the
to
dub. You
sleep
know
on
it.
it. I'll have to sleep on it. Stored up. You know who won.
Me.
No, but I will say this week I will be on the road. I will be down at South Carolina's Pro Day tomorrow. I'll be at Clemson on Tuesday, and then I'll be at Georgia on Wednesday. There will be a live Futurecast each of those nights, tentatively set for 6:30 p.m. Be a little half-hour recap of the Pro Days going on those days. But like I said before, 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, these mock drafts will be live. If you want to see a specific type of mock, if you want to see 3 or 4 of us, if you want to see 12 people up in this hoe draft at the same time, put that in the comments on YouTube, because these are going to be YouTube only. Again, this is a big thing right here. If you join the Underworld Army, you can throw these comments in the thing, and we're going to take them for granted. Hey, Cody. Hey, Matty. We want to see 6 people in at the same time drafting Superflex, rookie mock, 16-team league, half PPR, whatever. You can tell us exactly what you want. Startup, best ball, redraft, you name it.
Hell, you can even say NFL mock, and we'll each take a franchise. We'll do whatever you want.
NFL mock's another one where we only draft fantasy relevant guys, where we do an entire NFL mock draft for 1 round. Whatever you want, drop it. Mock draft. We're gonna be mocking like it's our job, because mocking is our job. Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays at 7:30 p.m. only on YouTube. Player Profiler on YouTube. I appreciate you guys all for tapping in and checking out, but we got to go out on one thing right here, and that is upside.
Upside.
Who's got the most upside?
Cody does. He's living in fantasy world, but I got the fantasy points. I got the better team. Give me the W, and I will throw up to you for the underworld. And I just took Cody's underpants. What?